Hi, this is 365801 and this is my manga haul video for the month of December 2020. So as you can see, I have quite a substantial stack. it's it's just gonna be like this, I think. It will not be like this in 2021, just because I'm slowly eking away at what I'm aiming for, and the next titles that I'm going to be aiming for in 2021 will be a little bit trickier to get hold of, and so I don't think I'll be getting as many large stacks like this month on month. I will hopefully be going back down to my at least my goal, which was around 7, and I don't think I'm going to be even hitting that all the time. Anyway, I'll make another video about my my goals for my collection, for reading, and for this channel as well. So hopefully that'll come out sometime in January. Fingers crossed. So yeah, I have here 21 volumes. One of them is a male romance, and the rest are either BL manga or Yeri novels. So let's just get on into it. As you can see, this is With Caution by J.L. Langley. This is from the With or Without series. This is a trilogy. It's got a few extras. I think she's always thinking about coming out with some more. This was actually something that I was a bit concerned wouldn't come out. I think it was originally printed by Dream Spinner, or I should say the reprint was printed by Dream Spinner, and then they were kind of going out of business or doing something, but this has not actually been printed by them. They're printed by something else. I'll have to check, but it is very similar to the first one, which was Without Reservations. So this is part of the, as I said, the With or Without trilogy. I'm very happy to have this in my collection. As I've mentioned before, because I'm a big Mamahara Ellie fan, I was really excited to hear that she was doing a manga adaptation of this trilogy, or at least the first volume, Without Reservations. But I do think that she's gone on to do other sort of adaptations as well, so I'm hoping that they might get picked up at some point and made into an English version manga. And then it could be fully 360 degrees, it's gone full circle and come back into English. So yeah, I'm really excited and happy to have this in my collection, and I will be picking up the third one as and when it is published. I honestly thought, yay, when they got the first one out, and then no, when I heard about the troubles with Dream Spinner. But very happy that they were actually able to. It was a real surprise because I wasn't thinking that it was going to be published, and then suddenly it was there in my recommendations on Amazon. I was like, oh, okay then. So I got it for a really good price. I think it was only about £8 or £9. So very happy to have this added to my collection. I do recommend it. It's fun, it's silly, and it's sexy. So all the things that I like. This is Great Place High School Student Council Volume 1 by Naduki Kojima. This is part of what I would class as a 5-volume series, because the original Great Place High School is one of the old Pink Label Jun manga titles, and then Great Place High School Student Council has 4 volumes. As I mentioned before, I'm not a huge fan of Naduki Kojima's artwork and storytelling, so I'm never really going out of my way to make sure I get everything. And some of these titles are really expensive, so I don't actually want to spend a lot of money on them. This one is more expensive than I would have liked to, just because it is Naduki Kojima, but I also want to be able to collect the series. I saw this going for £16, which is actually pretty good for this volume. And I didn't pick it up straight away, and then I went back a couple of days later to see, I wonder if it's still £16, have they put it down in price? Boom, it was gone. So I was like, okay then, in the UK, the going price for this volume, around £16. how much I have to reconcile myself to spending if I actually want to complete this set. I was able to pick up volumes 3 and 4 from the June Manga website when they were doing like the free shipping if you spent a certain amount, and I spent a certain amount, so I got the free shipping, which is great. And they don't do that anymore, so I don't do that anymore. And volume 1 and 2 were not available. Volume 1 and 2 therefore are much more expensive. Volume 2 I have seen for a reasonable price and I didn't pick it up way in the past, and now wherever I see it, it's quite expensive. So for me to be able to complete this not 4 volume but also 5 volume series, I need to collect now volume 2. So I have everything except for volume 2. This one I managed to pick up for less than £16, but only just. Once I started really looking for it, I saw it for quite a lot, and then I saw some people, I don't know, some secondhand sellers selling it, and the price was dropping, and so when it got to £15 something, I thought, I'd just buy it because you're gonna spend that anyway on it, so just get it and then it's in the collection. So yeah, I ended up spending much more so than I would normally want to spend on manga, but I guess that's just the way that it's going. I'm not going to get the same. I say that, but I'm about to tell you things like I got really good bargains on, but I'm always contradicting myself. I hate that. But yeah, certain titles I will just have to suck it up and spend the money on if I want to have them in my collection. And this one, as much as I don't really care, I do want to read it one day. So one day I will. I just need to get volume 2 first. This is Shards of Affection by Duo Brand. This is also a June manga title, one of the older ones, and as you can see it is one of the older ones because it has the pink bottom. I love the fact that it's pink bottom. Pink bottom, I guess the design of the cover, and that's kind of how I view that they're rebranding, they're updating, that kind of thing. And this was published in 2008. The previous title, which you could see was with the newer side spine design, that was a 2009 one. So that's when they started doing the shift. So this is actually one of the later pink bottom ones. As I said, it's a Duo Brand. I got this for quite a good price. I think it was about £10. Yeah, £10, which is about right, I think, for this kind of volume. Because Duo Brand has a few titles that I'm still on the lookout for, and a few of them I've managed to get fairly recently. White Guardian, I think, was last month. I got White Guardian this month. I'm losing all sense of what I've got and what I don't have. Duo Brand, though, as I've mentioned, it's one I'm not a huge fan of as well, and also probably why it's like been left to near the end of what I'm looking for in terms of what I need to get to complete. And so yeah, I think £10 is okay for me. I will get round to reading this. I don't know if it's part of a series. I don't know anything about it. It's Duo Brand, so I've not really bothered to check. I'm not sure if I like the art style, but when I actually start reading their work, maybe I'll enjoy it. I don't know. If you like Duo Brand, sorry about that. But if you like Duo Brand, tell me why, because I don't know. I've just never actually sat down and read the ones I bought. This is Kurashina Senseis Passion Volume 1 by Natsuho Shino. This is also a 2009 publication, and part of a trilogy that was published, except I think in Japan there's maybe 5 or more to the series. Annoyingly enough, as usual, why was it not finished? Why did they not finish it? So you won't get the full story. It is a Natsuho Shino title, and I think she's done some other things as well. Yeah, I think she did Oh My God, and another one that was like a threesome, Stop Bullying Me. I think that was the other one. So Natsuho Shino I have in the collection, and I've read Stop Bullying Me, but I wasn't really that much of a fan. It was very throwaway, and I kind of see from the artwork that this might be like that as well. Which is probably why I've never really gone out of my way to get it. Although it's a June manga title, I always just felt it was not so much BL as like BL-esque, and therefore not worth putting so much effort into trying to get hold of the copies. This was actually a really good bargain. I think it was £6, maybe £6.90 or something from my European seller, and a good copy, so I'm happy to have it. Although now that I am aware, volume 2 and volume 3 are quite expensive, so I don't expect to be getting them anytime soon for my collection, just due to the fact that, as I said, I'm not going to go out my way to spend a lot of money on something that I don't think is worth it. So yeah. We'll see if I can ever get volume 2 and 3 for a good price, but that's kind of long term. I don't mind waiting for years if I can get them for £6 like I did this volume. What Did You Eat Yesterday, volume 13 by Fumi Yoshinaga, and this is a vertical title. This is the next one I want to show you. I have been actually quite good this year about just slowly picking up volumes from this series as and when I see them for a good price, and this was a good price. I think, yeah, £6.42, and this was actually an eBay purchase. I think I got volume 8 for the exact same price from Amazon. So there is like a couple little dents, but as I mentioned when I got the Amazon one, there was a couple of dents in that one as well. So this is actually in really excellent condition, like new, and it is like new. So I'm very happy to add this to my collection of What Did You Eat Yesterday. Obviously, I do not have volume 9, but I also don't think I have volume, is it 6 or 7? Yeah, 6 or 7, 9, and then anything after 13. I'm trying to remember, are they on volume 14 or 15 just now? They're still going and they still look lovely, and I would like to get volume 6 and 7 and then maybe get volume 9 digitally so that I can just do a What Did You Eat Yesterday all the way through read. So I think that might be quite nice. As I'm sitting here thinking, this is a thought. I was watching Books and Lala's video for the Buzzword-a-thon and the Buzzword reading challenge that they're going to be doing this year, which I really am looking forward to, and I'm going to try and see if I can take part in. And the 1 month, I don't think I have any titles that have house and home in it for BL, but because there's no one policing it and you can just do what you want, I might put this down as my house and homes one because it's so homely that I think that might be okay. What do you guys think? Do you think I could just get away with reading this for houses and homes, because it is a kind of homely one and it's a nice long one, so I could really sit down and get my teeth into it. That might be quite nice for May. The month of May is when they do house and homes. Other than that, do you know any BL that has house or home in the title? I'm just talking about print titles, but I will be looking out for digital ones as well, just so that I can tick that off as the reading challenge. But I might just read this for the month of May, as it's so I'm going to see if I can maybe get volume 6 and 7 before then. But yeah, a really good buy, only £6. So I'm doing well with my What Did You Eat Yesterday. They're usually double price. Now, anyone who has been watching my 25 days of manga vlogmas videos will be in no doubt that I enjoyed Ten Dance Volume 1, and as I mentioned in that video, I really enjoyed it. It was good, and I was a bit annoyed that I didn't have the rest of the series right there and then. I do have Volume 5 in print. I was able to get that for a really good price. It was only a few pounds, and basically as soon as I finished Volume 1, I thought, right, I'm going to need to get a Volume 1 in print because I read it digitally, and I'm going to need to get Volume 2 and 3 and 4. So I looked online, and lo and behold, Volume 3 and Volume 4 were on sale for like new, or actually new copies. I think they are new copies from a online seller for £6. I think £6.99, maybe £6.19 for one of them. I think, yeah, Ten Dance Volume 3, £6.19. Ten Dance Volume 4, £6.99. Really good prices. They are Kodansha comics, and so they are that little bit more expensive, or I should say they are now the standard price of around £10 to £11 for a volume of manga, and managing to get them for £6 is really good. However, I have not got volume 2. That's still around the £10.99 mark. So I'm on the lookout for a good copy that is reasonably priced, i.e. cheaper than £10, and then I can read the rest of them. I will also be on the lookout for a volume 1, but just not quite as strictly as I'm looking for volume 2. Volume 6, of course, will be out in the new year, so I'll have to keep an eye out for some good bargains for that one as well. As soon as I have volume 2, I am reading the shit out of this series. I'm going to reread volume 1 and go all the way through. Yeah, Inoue Sato is a really great artist. She knows how to draw adult men and make it mature. As I mentioned in the video, that is a seinen title now because it is Moved Publications. So yeah, I'm interested to see where this series goes and what, you know, develops between these two characters. So I really enjoy it. It's a fantastic one. If you're interested to know more, I'll put a link up to the video that I did for this series. It's really good. I'm happy to have 3 and 4 in my collection now. Just need volume 2. This is Challengers Volume 2 and Volume 3 by Hinako Takanaga. These are drama queen titles and they are difficult to get for a good price. But I kind of feel like I did. I'm kind of happy about the price that I paid. Challengers Volume 2 was £15, I think, which was around the same price as what I paid for Volume 4. I think I paid £14 for Volume 4 and around £14 for Volume 1, but with shipping it went up to around £17. So it was cheaper than Volume 1, slightly more expensive than Volume 4. Volume 3, on the other hand, I got for less than £10. Woo! I mean, really, come on. Fantastic to get this. They are from way back when, yeah, 2005, 2006. I mean, that's a long time ago. That's 15 years. Wow. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. So yeah, as a 15-year-old in English title, there are some things that probably I might find not quite so palatable as I do now. If I had read it then, I probably would have been like, yeah, that's fine. But I haven't actually ever read this, and I haven't actually ever read it even in scanlations. I know that it was way back then as well. So I don't know the story of the brother. I've never known the story of the brother. In my head I've gone, oh, it's available, I should just buy it, and just never read it. So I think maybe reading this and getting a little bit more context behind the characters from Koisuru Bokun, or The Tyrant Falls in Love, I think will maybe be more interesting for me, to be able to get their story and to get the brother's story. And now I have all 4 volumes, so I can actually sit down and read the full series. Yay! It's always nice to complete a series. It gives you the sense of completion, and I don't know, maybe it fills a small part of the hole that's missing inside of you as a collector. Someone said that's what collectors are like, that they have a hole inside of themselves, and that's why they collect things, to try and fill that hole, that void. I don't know, but it always feels good when you complete a series and you're like, yay, I've got them all. So yeah, I'm gonna sit down and read this all the way through, and, you know, try and look at it through the lens of when it was first being written, which was probably back around, I don't know, 1990s or 2000, and then also think about it from today's perspective. And if there's a huge difference, that's to be expected, because it's 2 decades old. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. These are in such good condition. I'm so pleased. The fact that I was able to get them and they've got their covers on. The covers are in such good condition, so clean and so bright and so colourful. Really, really practically brand new for being 15 years old. So really happy about this. Nice, they're in my collection now. I honestly never thought this would happen. So this year has been crazy. 2020 has been crazy, as we all know. Now I'm going to be going on to a few older titles now that are out of print that I was able to pick up. This one I've never actually tried to buy, and then when I thought, oh, I don't have this, it's dead easy. You can get this, no problem. So this is an out of print title that's easy peasy to get hold of for a really good price. I saw this for less than £2. I think it was £1.60, but I didn't buy it. I bought this one because this was from my European seller, so I knew it was going to be good quality. When they say something is very good, it's excellent quality. So this is an old Tokyo Pop title. It's called Devil's Bride by Se-young Kim. Volume 1 it says on it, but I don't think they ever printed anything more than that. So if there's more to Devil's Bride, they didn't print it. I don't think so anyway. If they did, please let me know. What they did print was, well, no, they didn't actually. What has been printed by Se-young Kim is Boy Princess, which I have not got any of, and I think might be one of the titles I tried to pick up throughout 2021. I haven't ever even tried to, but I have seen that there some of the volumes are fairly easy to get hold of, and some of the volumes might be a bit more difficult, but we'll see. I'll try and see if I can get Boy Princess at some point. It's like a given, I will do. The other title that Se-young Kim has done that I have been collecting is Sweet Blood, and unfortunately I'm missing 2 volumes. Volume, is it 5 and 7? So I have everything else. It's a 10-volume series, and I have volume 5 and 7 missing. So I've been on the lookout for good prices for them, but only seen them for around £11. So I did see them. They did drop to about £6 or £7 at some point, and I didn't pick them up when they were that price, very stupidly. So yeah, I'm ruining my decision of not to purchase at that point. So yeah, Se-young Kim's Devil's Bride. I will have this, give this a wee read. It's only a 1-volume one. It's an old Tokyo Pop from, I don't know, like, yeah, 2008. So not too bad. And the condition of this particular volume, absolutely amazing. £2.80. Basically, the cost of shipping. Cost of shipping in the UK, we usually have it as £2.80. So I used to go on Amazon when Amazon actually did their search engine properly. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm still bitter about that. Yeah. You could search by lowest cost and it wouldn't matter if it was Prime or not, if it was fulfilled through Amazon or not, and they would actually show you the price. So I would look for 1 pence BL, 1 pence yaoi. So it would cost me £2.81 to get a volume of manga, because the £2.80 was the basic standard shipping price. And so sometimes you could go on eBay and it would be even less than that. So that was my way of getting cheap copies, was to look for second-hand copies and pay the 1 pence on Amazon for some of them, or go to eBay and get them for even less. So yeah, £2.80 is standard shipping price. So I got this for basically nothing except the shipping. So very happy about that, and adds to my collection. And some old Tokyo Pop. So I'm kind of thinking I should be looking out for some more older out-of-print titles as well, that maybe are not so inherently boys' love, but who they might actually be considered within the realm, BL-esque, BL adjacent. So I'm showing you 2 titles. These are both Be Beautiful imprint titles, and therefore they are out of print, and they have both been republished, although, as we all know, Embracing Love's not in completion. They both are volume 4s. I didn't notice that until I put them side by side. So yeah, Haro Daiteita. Oh no, I can't say that. Daiteita. There you go. Embracing Love by Yuka Nita, Volume 4, and Kizuna Bonds of Love, Volume 4 by Kazuma Kodaka. I have got the Sublime version of Embracing Love. I completed that this year, I think. Yes, I did. That's another completion. And I have not yet completed the Kizuna June manga one because volume 3 is difficult to find. And I'm so annoyed because I've seen it before and not bought it. Yeah, that's going to be for my to complete in 2021, I think. One day I will. And it will be expensive, but never mind. Yeah, so these ones I waited until they were fairly cheap. So I got Embracing Love for £6 something, and I got Kizuna for £4 66p. And that was really good because I was watching this at the £10 mark for months, and then all of a sudden it dropped to £4.66 for some arbitrary reason, £4.66. And I purchased it. And I did that when you've been watching something for a long time and you're like, it's dropped, buy it, haha, and you've watched it long enough. So that's a collection. That's definitely a collecting thing. If you're a collector, you're like when you get something. So yeah, these two titles add to the collection. I'm still missing some of the old Be Beautiful imprint volumes for Kizuna and Embracing Love, so they will be continuing to be collected in 2021 as and when they are low, i.e. £6 and less. That's what I'm going for. I don't want to spend more than that, so if they don't drop to that, then I won't buy them. But I will be keeping my beady eyes out for any of these. I have seen the whole of Kizuna. It was the complete collection, but it was in America, and so the shipping would have just been extortionate. So unless a full set comes up in the UK or the EU, although even in the EU the shipping's now going up, so that's so the way of things. So yeah, I might buy if a complete set comes up, but yeah, I'm happy to have these two add to the collection, and I will continue with this one. Now, while I was on the search for Devil's Bride and some old titles, I realised that I did not have Until the Full Moon volumes 1 and 2 complete by Broccoli Books. This is a Sanami Mato title. I have the, I want to say Kodansha versions. That's the newer ones. They're very nice, they're glossy, they have really nice covers that kind of match up. It's the same book, it's the same title, it's the same work, but this is obviously a much older version. I think the Kodansha ones were printed, I always think of them as the new ones, but actually I think they were printed like 2011, I think. And these were 2004 and 2005. There you go. So yeah, they are quite old as well, kind of like challengers. And once again, I bought them from my European seller who only sells really good quality books, and these are absolutely phenomenal. They look like they were printed yesterday. I'm amazed at how fabulous they look. And the price of them, wow. So I think one of them, yeah, volume 1 was £2.88 and volume 2 was £2.33. Bargain! And the fact that I'd never actually gone, oh, I better buy these, I wonder if they're on sale. I think I have once before and they just weren't available at the time, or not for a good price anyway. But these guys, less than £3 each. Broccoli Books, so kind of old, definitely out of print. You know you're not gonna get hold of them unless it's second hand. So yeah, I'm very happy to have them in my collection. It is, you know, well, as I've said, another version of, and I do like getting separate versions. So I wouldn't mind actually maybe doing comparison videos, so I can read both versions, see if what the translation is like, see what language choices or quality of paper and binding, and do an actual comparison. So if you're interested in that, let me know down below if you might be interested to see like a flip through or a read through of comparison videos when it comes to things like Until the Full Moon or Embracing Love, Kizuna, or 7 Days even. That's a fairly new one. So yeah, there's some works that have been Crimson Spell, and I'm trying to think of others. It just popped in. So yeah, Sanami Mato very recently has Fake being released digitally. Now I own Fake as an actual copy. I have the full set. I think there's 7 volumes, but it has been kind of renewed slightly, updated slightly, and made lovely and shiny in digital, and with a few extra things in as well. Fake, I know, is a real turning point for a lot of Fujo. Sanami Mato's work, where it was explicit, hey, this is not, your heterosexual story. And the heterosexual or homosexual or bisexual or the sexuality of the characters is, in a sense, secondary to the action. It's just kind of a part of the story. It felt very modern, I think, back then. Almost like futuristic. So Fake has a nostalgic quality, and Sanami Mato has a place in a lot of Fujo's hearts. So yeah, I was not one of them. I never went to my middle school library and read Fake. It was not available for me where I live. So yeah, I don't have that same like nostalgic connection or draw. But I do understand the place within society, the place within BL society that she and her works inhabit. So yes, if you want to understand your BL roots, you've got to read the classics. So Fake is definitely one, and I think Until the Full Moon, as part of her corpus of works, is important too. So yeah, I'm really happy to have it in my collection. Okay, on to some new titles now. I will flip back to some old titles in a second, but I like to save, like, not the best for last, but I've got some really great titles to show you next as well. So I've been going through from my size, basically. It's gone from size, that's how I've organised it. But still, these are 2 brand new titles to me, and fairly new. They were 2020 titles, so as you can see, they still have their plastic on. I haven't removed it yet. This is Deadlock Volume 2, Sakiaida Yu Takashina. I have Volume 1, it's in my other collection, and I've never actually read it because it made me feel uncomfortable in the same way that Underground Hotel makes me feel slightly uncomfortable, the way that Banana Fish makes me feel uncomfortable. So I've never actually read it, but I have managed to get a Volume 2 copy, and I did actually manage to get it through Amazon, which was surprising, because they said they had it for $13.99, which is like full price, and I wasn't going to get it, and in the end I was like, okay. So I clicked it, put it in my basket, paid for it, and then afterwards they were like, yeah, we don't have a copy, we don't know where we're going to get a copy. And I was like, well, other booksellers now I can see do have copies, so I could get it from there, so if you want to cancel, that's fine. But eventually they did send it. The other one is The Tyrant Falls in Love, Volume 11, Hinako Takanaga. Also, obviously, the Challenger spin-off. How many people who know about The Tyrant Falls in Love actually know that it's a spin-off? Going for 11 volumes. And this arrived like the day of release, which I was astounded at because I had pre-ordered it. So I purchased them both at the same time. And I was just amazed that it arrived. So I did post a little video on Twitter about me going, what? So yeah, it came and I was really surprised. So I haven't opened it yet and read it. Yeah, it'll just be one of those things that I get around to reading at some point. But the fact that I was able to get it through Amazon was a surprise, because this past year they have released books from June Manga and actually fulfilled them, which has been a surprise, I'm not gonna lie, because I have pre-ordered things through Amazon that were June Manga titles, and I pre-ordered them months in advance over the past few years. I'm gonna go back like 5 years worth of time here, and they were never fulfilled. They were just never sent. and they were pre-orders, so it was like, oh, I could pre-order it here, or I could pre-order it here, or I could see if I could, you know, get it from a shop. I'm always just going to be like, I want to get it from a shop now, but shops aren't really a thing here anymore at this point in time. And they were on the way of the dodo anyway because of Amazon. So yeah, I would like to pre-order from books and bookshops, I should say, in the future if possible. But because this year wasn't possible, it was like only you can shop digitally or online, and actually getting these copies, and I put them in my cart on the website for June Manga, and the cost of shipping was extortionate. It was like $40. It was cheaper. Like these were only like $10-15 each, and then the shipping was $40. And if you added extra, it was another $40. I'm like, that's too expensive. I cannot afford to spend that much money on shipping for what is a very lightweight book. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, to be able to get them through Amazon, as much as I don't like shopping through Amazon, I was still happy that they arrived, and actually astounded that they did. And bang on the day, wow. So yeah, happy to have them. That does mean that I'm now missing one though, and that is Teach Me Tutor by Sakura. So I will have to be on the lookout for a copy, whether it's a secondhand copy or whether it's a newly, I know, stocked. It's literally nowhere. I can't find it. So if you find where I can get Sakura in the UK without having to spend extortionate shipping fees, please, please, please let me know, because that's the one title I'm missing recently from June Manga. So yeah, I'm still on the lookout for one more 2020 title. Now these next two titles are quite difficult to get hold of, not gonna lie. They're expensive on eBay. They're about like £40-50, and then you've got to add on $20 to $40 shipping, so they're expensive. Both of these I have actually watching on eBay right now still with around an £80 or $80 price tag, and yet some very kind, lovely soul in the UK, who was just so lovely and sweet, because she wrote me some lovely little notes when she posted them. She put, first of all, she put Love Water up, and it was £6.50. Just gonna leave that to settle there. £6.50 for everyone. Yeah, £6.50. I'm astounded. I mean, literally, I went apoplectic when I was like, it's one of those, you know, when you're sitting in bed and you're like scrolling, and then it's like, quick, get to the computer, bye. It was like that. I was like that. So £6.50, I got Love Water. I am so thrilled. I'm so over the moon. I can't wait to read this. I never thought I would get this title. Toko Miyagi did the illustrations, and it's a Venio Tachibana story. Yay! As you know, Venio Tachibana did the 7 Days story, so I am so over the moon to have Love Water. Honestly, never, ever, ever thought I would get a copy. That really does limit the number of titles I need to get now that are yaoi novels that June Manga printed. I'm so happy to have Love Water, and I can't wait. It's going to be a good one. It's, you know, the whole male prostitutes type story, and I'm totally here for it. I can't wait. Now the other one is also one that I thought would be quite difficult to get. I haven't seen it for a good price. As I said, it's around £40. This is a Doki Doki title, also by June, but obviously in their Doki Doki imprint. A Bloody Kiss Tonight. It's a Makoto Tatano title, which she is so popular that no matter what the title, people are going to want to buy it. And so certain titles of her works do have a quite high price tag, especially the Doki Doki titles. So this one in particular, I have no idea what it's about, except that it got vampires, so I want to read it. Vampires, yes please. So I'm like, oh, do I read it now, or do I wait until next October when it's probably more appropriate? I don't care, I want to read it now. So yeah, A Bloody Kiss Tonight. Even though it's Makoto Tatano, I'm excited. I really do have like a love-hate relationship with some of her work. Some of it I love and some of it I hate. Mostly I just feel really uncomfortable and cringy when I'm reading it, but I do love it. So I'm so excited. I got this for, I think it was around £15. Yeah, I think it was like bang on £15 that I got it for. So yeah, a little bit more expensive, but so much cheaper than anything else I've seen up until now, and around cover price. So yeah, to be able to get Love Water and A Bloody Kiss Tonight from this lovely seller, who, I'm going to show you something. What did she give me? She also gave me a little gift. I don't know if you can see that. Some wee Hello Kitty plasters and two lovely little notes, you know, saying that she hopes I enjoy them. I thank her so much. Thank you so much. I'm so happy, so excited to have these in my collection now. So it's nice to be able to purchase from fans who, for whatever reason, are getting rid of, you know, things. Maybe they've fallen out of love with it. Maybe they're like, you need to go to a better home, a new home, whatever it is. So yes, I will tenderly look after these titles. So I'm very happy, and it just is nice to buy from a nice seller as well. So very excited. This is the last title I want to show you that I purchased. I have a couple more that I actually was given for Christmas, so I'm really excited about the ones that I want to show you in the next section. But this is kind of an exciting one to show as well, and that is Inokusabi, The Space Between, by Rieko Yoshihara, and this is volume 6, Metamorphose, and this is of course a yaoi novel. It kind of came up, it is a bit expensive, it was about £16 I think. Yeah, £16, oof. But when I saw that they have this volume and they also have another volume that I don't own up on sale on eBay at the moment, and it's just too expensive. It's like 40-50 quid, so I can't purchase a single volume yaoi novel. Especially because technically I've already purchased all these when June Manga were doing their Kickstarter, and one of the tiers was to get a reprint of all the volumes of Inokusabi, volumes 1 through 8. And I was like, okay then, and so I paid the extra money for that. So I have technically already purchased all of these, and I've just never actually got them. So yeah, it's kind of like, when will that happen? I don't know. But I live in hope that one day that will be fulfilled. It might not be fulfilled in the way that I want it to be, or to the extent that it should have been. But, you know, they have several $100s of my money. I would like what or the money back, you know, so I can buy other things. But that's just how it is. That's what you do when you do Kickstarter with a company that has a varied reputation. So yeah, Inokusabi, I saw this and thought, may as well just get it. £16. And if you ever get the series, you know, you can always sell this. It's fine. You don't need to keep it. So yeah, I'm missing still several volumes from this 8-volume series. I think I have about 4, and I probably have another 4 to go. So yeah, I don't have volume 1 yet. Like, it's amazing. You can get volume 3 for less than £3, but everything else goes up and up and up in price, to being, I saw recently volume 8 for £500. Like, no thank you, no thank you. So yeah, it's unfortunate the way that certain titles are increased in price like that. But yeah, so I was excited to get it though. I was excited to see it for sale, and I was excited to see it for something less than £300. So I did buy it for 16. Like I said, if I ever get the full set, I will just pass this along for a more reasonable price than what is on offer. So happy to have this in my collection. Finally, for this manga haul, which has just been forever, feels like I've been filming for ages, This is the last two titles. I was given these for Christmas and I was so excited to be given them. It's very rare that I'm given manga, but I did a wish list this year on Amazon, and some of my family were like, okay, we'll get it off that. So one person did, and I was very excited that they did, and it was very exciting to open a package for other reasons than just the manga, but I can't go into them. But I was very excited all right. It was a very exciting moment to open the box and see what was inside. This was one of the reasons. So, Our Dining Table by Mita Ori, and Yes, No, or Maybe, written by Michi Ichiho and Lala Takemiya, did the illustrations. They are both Senseis works, and they are both beautiful and lovely, and I have already read Our Dining Table because I couldn't help myself. I had to just like ripped open, was like, yes! Yes, No, or Maybe I will probably read as soon as I finish filming this. It still has this plastic on. I'm going to enjoy taking the plastic off, unwrapping, because this is the first yaoi novel, BL novel, or whatever you want to say, in English translation that we have had for a long time. Official, I should say. There has been obviously some self-published works, but this is the first official one we have had for, I want to say, like 10 years, because no one else did them except for June Manga, and as we all know, they haven't done them for a long time. They're small little trim size that I've just shown you, and it's been, 10 years or so since they did them. Why, oh why, every single time that people say, hey, manga publisher, how come we're not getting any BL novels? How come we're getting all of these light novels about isekais? But we're not getting any BL novels. How come no? How come no? Because you know what? The money is out there. People want to buy them. I was, and I have to be honest, astounded when I was in Japan and I saw row upon row upon row upon row of BL light novels for sale. And I bought them anyway, even though I couldn't read them, even though my Japanese language isn't up to that standard. I practice my Japanese. I practice trying to read. I practice drawing the kanji and putting it into, translators and trying to read just a small paragraph. I would feel so accomplished. And I loved it. And I wanted to read more. There is even a company that has my name. So I was like, I should be working for you. Literally, that is what I would call my company. I had the dream of maybe getting better at Japanese and actually starting a specific BL novel translation, publishing company. So that's only what I would do, because there's so much, the wealth of titles out there. And yes, it costs quite a lot, but to translate, because translation is a skill and it should be. But if you have them on staff and you're paying them well and you put the price on the book and it's, other things are translated, why is this one not? Why is this small niche ignored? And I'm so happy to have this. I'm so happy that it exists, that we're perhaps, seeing a shift, a trend to, hey, maybe, recognize that these women have money. These men who might want to read these things have money. These people that like the stuff have money, and they will spend it on the things they like. And they will spend it a hell of a lot when they're in lockdown and quarantine and in need of something. So yeah, yes, no, or maybe. I obviously did not purchase these were gifts, but they would have been purchased at some point. Our Dining Table was published in December 2019. It was on my you should be buying this all year, and I was looking out for a good price all year, so I put it on my wish list instead. And then Yes, No, or Maybe was just published, I think, November 2020, so this is a new one for this year. So I'm really looking forward to giving this a wee read. I'm excited about it. As we all know, there is an anime movie. It wasn't quite clear if it was going to be a series or a movie, but they put out a movie for it, and I think it was in the cinemas in Japan. I think at the beginning of the month in December. So when that comes out, as an actual Blu-ray or DVD or something. I'm sure we'll be able to hopefully get something in English. That would be good. So yeah, yes, no, or maybe. I would very much like to watch it, and I'd like to read it before I watch it. So this is definitely something for my 2021 experience I'm looking forward to. And also, it's just lovely to receive BL as a gift. The very first day, I have to say, my friend bought me something that was BL. It was the Junjo Romantica Japanese DVDs, box sets that were on sale secondhand in like Book Off. And she bought me them because for weeks I had been going and just staring at them lovingly and just being like, no, don't buy them, don't buy them. Even though I was earning money, I wasn't buying them for myself. But the day that she bought them for me, that's when my seal was broken, the floodgates opened, and I started spending money on things that I loved. Because up to that point, it was like I had never been given permission to own the things that I really wanted to own and to have the things. So it's her fault the way I am. But also, it's a beautiful thing to receive something that you genuinely love and want and are so grateful to have. I get given a lot of gifts that I don't really ever really appreciate as much, but when someone buys me something I really want, so for example these titles in front of you, but also I'm filming today on a new tripod and I got given that for Christmas too, and I was so excited. I was so excited to get this tripod. So yeah, I've had some really good gifts all around for Christmas. So that is everything that I received for the month of December. 2 gifts and a lot of purchases. Some of them came at the end of November, some of them arrived all the way up to just a few days before Christmas. It's been quite tough with all of the packages being sent back and forth. As you may know, in the UK we went down into another lockdown just before Christmas, so a lot of people started, sending things. So I was expecting one more title in the post, but it still hasn't arrived yet, and I don't expect to get it for another few weeks now because of the backlog. So I will have at least one thing in January, but as I mentioned earlier, I will most likely not be purchasing anywhere near as much in 2021 as I have in 2020. I have to be much more strict with myself and my spending. I will be keeping an eye out for cheap titles and new titles. I've noticed as well that I'm excited about some of the new ones. Some of the older ones this year I've been really excited to have as well. So I'm going to be doing a few videos, I've mentioned already, about my collection and about what I got this year, doing some roundups, like which ones I read, which ones I completed, and just like last year, how much I spent as well. So look forward to those videos as and when they come. As I already mentioned as well, the Buzzword readathon is happening, and I think that's the first week of the month. And I think the word is dream, is it? I think it's dream. So I might do a wee video for that as well. So yeah, look forward to some other videos. I did a giveaway for the last video for my 25 days of manga because I was able to get over 100 subscribers, and I was really excited about that. So if you want to subscribe to the channel, and I do BL talk and Yeri talk and basically just show my stuff off and talk about them, and sometimes some other videos as well. So if you're interested, subscribe, like, comment, all those good things. I'm happy that you're here and watching this, and I'm excited that my collection has grown so much over 2020. It's huge now. It's amazing. It's been an amazing year for my collection. Not so much for my wallet, but definitely for my collection. So yeah, this is my 2020 December manga haul. A really good mix of things, some new titles that were given to me, some new titles that I was able to get, some older titles, some ones that I really need to collect the rest of, some surprises, and some that I'm just thrilled about having. I'm thrilled about having all of it, actually. So yeah, thanks for coming along to the end of the video. If you've made it to the end, pat yourself on the back. And take care of yourself, guys. It's been a tough year, 2020. Thanks for coming along and watching my haul videos. And I will see you in 2021. Definitely. So just remember, every day's a BL day. I don't know if that's stuck yet. I still don't feel comfortable about it. Anyway, take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.